Welcome back. The mid-cap index, which was earlier trailing the frontline indices, has managed to catch up. So the mid-cap index now has got a gain of about 0.25%, while the benchmark indices are higher by close to about 0.3%. Keep your eye out on the Asian markets. They too continue to trend higher. So Hang Seng is now up close to about 300 points. The Chinese market's up over 1%. The stock which is on our radar right now is Jet. That continues to fly high on a CNBC TV18 report of a deal with Tata Group's Vistara Airlines. Sources tell CNBC TV18 that Tata Sons chairman N. Chandrasekaran is keen on the deal. Shireen Bhan joins us on the phone live with more of these details. Shireen?
Well, hi. This is an update to what we have been reporting over the last few weeks. What we are given to understand is that the Tata Sons Jet Airways prospective deal will be taken to the Tata Sons board tomorrow. There are, of course, several imponderables that continue to remain on the table. To start with, will Naresh Goyal cede control to Tata Sons, which is their ask and demand? At this point in time, sources suggest that Goyal may still be keen to hold on to some minority stake as well as a board position. But, of course, all of this will be decided upon tomorrow. What we are also given to understand is that while Tata Sons chairman N. Chandrasekaran is keen to take this deal forward, because remember, he has told us earlier that the aviation business is a low multiple business and you really cannot be a significant player unless you have size and scale. Both the aviation ventures that the Tatas currently have, which is Vistara or Air Asia India, haven't been really, been able to do much outside of being fringe players in the market. So with Jet and the merger, if at all it goes through with Vistara, they will not just get a sizable domestic operation, but more importantly, the lucrative international routes, which is what has been the aspiration for Vistara from day one. So that, of course, is the driving force behind this proposed transaction. We are given to understand that the chairman emeritus of Tata's, Ratan Tata, may have some reservations with respect to this transaction, particularly about the involvement of Mr. Goyal going forward. But these are matters that finally the board will take a call on. We are also given to understand that the government is very keen that this deal goes through, and that is because they don't want to see a situation where the only full-service airline which has a pan-India network, goes under like Kingfisher, because that will mean bad news, not just for Jet Airways in particular, but for the aviation sector in India in general. So the government is also keen on ensuring that this transaction does go through. So there could be some forward movement tomorrow, and if there is a board buy-in from Tata Sons, then this transaction is likely to move quickly. But it will depend on the call that the board takes and being able to iron out some of these other issues that I already pointed out.
Okay, all right. Thanks so much for that, Shireen. Well, let's move on then. There's that ongoing battle for Binani Cements, and we have with us Mr. Mahinder Singhi, Group CEO of Dalmia Bharat, who joins us on the phone line. Thanks so much, Mr. Singhi, for joining in. We believe that you've approached the Supreme Court. If you could tell us, what is your argument out there?
I would just like to say that today we have requested Supreme Court to hear our appeal, and Supreme Court was kind enough to give us the date for Monday. So now, on coming Monday, our appeal would be heard, and then accordingly, Supreme Court would decide in the matter. And till this matter gets decided, nothing would happen. So this is what I just wanted to convey through your media, that now appeal is posted for hearing on Monday.
Okay, what is going to be the argument from Dalmia Bharat Group?
So we would be arguing in the Supreme Court, and definitely on Monday you would come to know that what are those arguments. Only thing is that whatever has been the judgment of NCLAT, Honorable NCLAT, against that we have gone to the Supreme Court.
But Mr. Singhi, if you could give us some details in terms of your argument. NCLAT, they had ruled in favor of Ultratech Cement. So what is your counter argument in terms of that? Is it on pricing? Is it on timing of placing the bids?
This is all about the process which has been followed, and I would not like to at the moment discuss about the arguments. But I just thought that let me share with you that appeal has been posted for Monday, and till Monday, nothing would happen.
You know, Mr. Singhi, we are very happy to speak to you, and you know, a lot of our viewers as well as your investors will be interested to understand, you know, about this particular asset. If you could give us a sense of the bid range. Last we heard it was at around 6,700, 6,500 crores. Can you confirm that at least? Or you could give us a broad range, 6,500 to 7,000 crores. Can we work with that number?
So what I would like to say that nothing has changed. Only thing is that whatever bid amounts were there from our side, their side, they all have been considered. And then on certain matters, the decision has been gone in favor of UltraTech. So aggrieved by that decision, we have requested Supreme Court, and Supreme Court has been kind enough to give us hearing on Monday.
We'll wait. So we'll wait by Mr. Singhi, but let's hypothetically just assume that that it comes in your favor. Mr. Singhi, you know, suppose it comes in your favor. What about funding of that? You already have a debt of, I think, around 4,500, 5,000 crores approximately in your books. So what's the recent debt, sir, if you could give us that number in your books as of now?
No, what I would say that we are very comfortable in regard to debt position, and all debts, etc. They are all tied up.
Could you give us that number, sir? What is the debt in your books currently?
This is the number which you said.
4,500 crores.
So in regard to debt to EBITDA, etc., we are very comfortable. So this is what I just thought that let me share with your viewers and yourself.
If given an option, you know, we understand that, Mr. Singhi, you're telling us that your bid hasn't changed, and UltraTech's bid, we understand as per reports, it's a little higher. So if given a chance, will you go ahead and up your bid? If given a chance.
You know, I'll not like to discuss at the moment this matter. Okay. And since matter is sub judice, so it's better for me also that we discuss the matter in Supreme Court, and then we'll let you know the good news on Monday.
So, Mr. Singhi, we let you go today. Thanks so much for joining in and communicating to us that, you know, the Supreme Court has agreed to hear this case on Monday. But we'll want to speak to you yet again on Monday and get further details on that front. Currently, there's a battle going on for Binani Cement over the last few months. Dalmia Bharat as well as UltraTech both won those assets. Just to give our viewers a broad sense, why does UltraTech want this asset? They want to, you know, retain their dominance in that particular region, and their dominance in the region, that's the north part of India, will go up to roughly around 23 to around 26%, very, very approximately, and then they will be challenging Shree Cement in that area as well. So that's point number one. For UltraTech Cement, basically, they're going to be expanding their reach in the same area. For Dalmia, why is it important? Because they get entry into a new geography. As of now, they're just in northeast as well as south. So if they get this asset, then it's a price asset because there's scope to expand the capacity from 6 million ton to around 10 million tons as well. For now, both want it. Let's see who gets it. Monday is the date. Let's hope we get a reply then.
No one's backing down, clearly. Yeah. All right, let's move on then and talk about the market technicals. Ashwini Gujral, Rajat Bose join us on the show now. Hi Ashwini, markets have been moving up through the start of the trading session, so now up about 40 points in the Nifty. Your thoughts?
See, today the market is showing follow through on the upside, and that should lead to short covering in the Bank Nifty as well as the Nifty. Today for the first time Dow futures are positive, and overall global markets are tending to move up. So I would think that from here it's quite conceivable that the market goes and closes at the high point of the day. Now, how far this breakout will be sustainable, that remains to be seen. But I think today, for the moment, I think Bank Nifty should lead the market higher. Having said that, Titan is a buy with a stop of 910, target of 935. Manappuram Finance is a buy with a stop of 85, target of 92. And Jubilant Food is a buy with a stop of 1170, target of 1210.
Ashwini, any disclosures?
We have Bank Nifty long positions, and several stocks keep getting recommended throughout the day.
Okay, all right. Thanks so much for that, Ashwini. Let's go across to Rajat. Rajat, what's your take on the markets, as well as you have some individual trading strategies for us?
First of all, regarding the Nifty, what I would like to mention here is that Nifty had a failure swing day before yesterday at 10,650 level. 10,650 is very critical because it actually is the level of the 200 exponential moving average, and failure swings do not encourage us much on the upside. But suppose if we were to take that, Nifty would take out that level. Even then, 10,700 to about 10,800 would be a strong supply zone to contend with. If this upswing has any further leg, then this should take out 10,800 level as well going forward, and that has to be done soon enough. Only then you will see good swing happening. Regarding Bank Nifty, it should close today above 26,150 decisively. That signals that Bank Nifty would have more upside to go. Coming to individual stocks, I have chosen one buy call and one sell call. NIIT Tech November futures, you buy with a stop loss below 1135. 1209 and 1224 are the two targets for NIIT Tech. And United Spirits, disclosure here is that I hold some shares of United Spirits in my long-term portfolio, but here is a short-term call, so it doesn't matter much. Sell United Spirits November futures, stop loss above 644, target 628 and 624.
Okay, and any disclosures on the Nifty or on other stocks?
I personally do not hold any position in any of the indices, and I do not have any positions in NIIT Tech, but as I said, I hold some shares of United Spirits in my long-term portfolio.
All right. Thanks so much for joining in, Rajat as well as Ashwini, and giving us all those details. Good to see, though, from the broader markets, the mid-cap index, there is some gains out there. Remember, it was doing a stark underperformance. Now the mid-cap index has recovered from the low point of the day. A few stocks are doing well. Ramco Cements is moving higher. That's sitting with a gain of around 3%. So keep an eye out on that one. The past quarter was disappointing. But otherwise, in fact, we've seen a bit of recovery from that 560 mark. Ujjivan continues to move with strength, and even Canfin Homes is now moving higher. In fact, there are a few of the cement stocks that are moving higher. Shree Cement as well has moved to the high point of the day.